have to be that one person that's going to be like, so we going to all sit around and act like this is okay? Because you
Yeah.
has a lot of yes men. And like you said, it wasn't just me and my ex. People have to realize at the time that it's me, my ex, Jive Records, Sony Records, promoters, concert goers, people that sell, they don't understand the domino effect of how many people make money off this one man. All the way down to the guy who has a valet service at the arenas where he's doing concerts. Everybody's connected to that. So I'm going up against all of them. I had a restraining order. I had an order of protection way before there was social media. So a lot of people were like, why is she just coming out now? I came out years ago. Y'all chose to ignore it. You can go Google it right now. You can Google the episode of MTV News when they used to do it, when they pulled up my order of protection. People just chose to ignore it.
Because
So
of
this
who he
isn't
was.
me, yeah, because of who he was. So this isn't Drea just coming out of the woodworks one day. It's like, but I've been screaming to the top of my lungs, and Jive Records is the one who put out a statement on my behalf. I was like, so that's what we're doing, really?
So when that first tape came to light of the underage girl, what was it like for you being in a relationship with him at that time?
Ooh, the cover up and the lies and the people, what people don't understand too. It's in my book. I almost lost my son over that. I was pregnant at the time. Went into premature labor because of it. Middle of the night, again, it's in my book. I just get, let's go, we leaving. What do you mean we're leaving? I'm 7.5 months pregnant. Where are we going? We're going to Florida. What? And if anybody has followed that story, they know how that whole happened being in Florida. He gets extradited back to Illinois. I literally delivered my son. They induced my labor because they thought I was going to deliver a stillborn because they could not find my son's heartbeat. So the stress of it, and again, people with their opinions and how they feel, that's why I honestly feel like, fuck y'all. You have no idea what I've been through. Yeah. It was a lot. It was a lot.
You've endured a lot.
Man, listen, I think a lot is a generic term for, because you just can't find words for what I've endured.
Yeah, it's hard to quantify, I'm sure.
It is.
What was the therapeutic process like for you? Because mental health is key, and I think we're starting as a community to realize
Thank
that,
God.
which wasn't always something I think was widespread for
Right.
us, right? So hearing you, and like I said, lighter, 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 and I love it because now you bring that energy into the room, and you seem so free, and I know that that's got to be, that's healing, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And I was willing to go through the darkest parts of it and not. Let me say this. Some people, when you're put in a position of celebrity, they don't want to share their whole truth because you feel like you're protecting your brand. You feel like, well, how are people going to look at me? At the end of the day, this is bigger than a brand. This is about women's lives. So I was like, you know what? Well, we're about to do this with the whole world watching. But if it's one woman that sees anything that I'm doing that does not end up on a balcony like me, ready to jump off of it, I'm willing to face whatever comes with it. I'm willing to face him, the ignorance that people spewed, like, oh, she ain't say nothing because she got money. Now she's saying something because she want money. Y'all, do the math. Do the math. There's no woman on the face of the earth that will endure and go through what I went through. There's no dollar amount that you could give any person, let alone a woman, a wife, and a mother, to say, oh yeah, you could, that's fine. No.
Going back after the tying incident, what's going through your mind at that moment?
Again, because it wasn't foreign to me. And people need to really study the cycles of abuse, that you go through the honeymoon phase, and then you go through the trauma and the violence of it, and then you go through the making up phase and the hope phase of it. It's this vicious cycle. Oh, I won't do it again. I'm sorry. Let's go to counseling. We're going to make it. I know it's my demons. So you're hopeful and you're thinking, let me get back to that guy who was courting me and dating me and doting upon me. Let me go back to the person that was my best friend. So when you see glimpses of that guy, you have hope that, like, okay, this time is the time. Okay, this time we gonna go to counseling this time. We gonna go to church. We gonna pray through this thing. And then it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse till you find yourself like me on a balcony ready to jump off of it. And you're like, oh, no, it's not gonna get any better.
So you're considering suicide at this moment.
Oh,
you guys were in a hotel?
Yep.
Okay.
Coconut Grove. Never forget it.
And
Wyndham Grand Bay.
Was he in the room still?
No. Actually, this was during the time I think he was getting ready to perform for MTV. And I just remember he called me down to see what he's going to do. And my friend at the time, Diana, was with me. And she was like, yo, Drea, your face. Like, I have never seen you look at him like that. Because the night before, again, he was verbally abusive in front of my daughter. And I just remember going back to seeing myself watch my grandfather be abusive to my grandmother. And I was just looking at my daughter, and she said to him, she's like, Daddy, why are you being mean to my mom? Why are you talking to her like that? And it was like a light went off. I was like, yo, she's aware of what this is. And if I stay, she's going to end up with a man just like him. Or she's going to end up in a casket. I was like, yeah, I'm out. And it was like, I promise you, it was like a light switch. Something went off. And the first thing I said is call my dad.
So that became your why.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, earlier I think I confused your father with your grandfather.
Yeah, no. So my dad was like.
So he wasn't engaged in abuse. He was.
Oh no, my dad is so amazing. Like
Yeah.
it amazes me to see that my dad had the father who he had and ended up total opposite. Gentle spirit, strong man, mean what he say what he mean. Like he's just.
That's what's up.
That's my dude. That's my dog. Like, as grown as I am, I will crawl up in my daddy's head like, Daddy. That's my dog.
As you should.
Yeah.
No, that's respect.
Yeah.
Drea, I know that well, before we go there, I want to just ask you, in that time frame, did you ever meet Aaliyah?
No, and here's the thing, and I always say this to people, and I try to say it as respectfully as possible. Don't ask me shit about Aaliyah. And the reason I say that is because she has passed on. Let her rest in peace. She's not here to confirm or deny. And when you look at her legacy and all the work that woman had to put in to undo and separate herself and become the icon and the star, let her have her damn moment, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, why do y'all, that is the most disrespectful thing that I think people do, is we say rest in peace and let the dead rest and honor their legacy, and then y'all keep pulling her into something that when she was alive she didn't even want to talk about. So what the hell make y'all think the ghost of Aaliyah gonna come back and talk about it now?
Yeah. Present day, someone who is experiencing something similar to what he went through is now Diddy. And the allegations, it's just been a snowball effect. I mean, it starts civil and then it rolls into what appears to be something criminal. I don't have all the answers or the intel, but I read, I study from a journalistic perspective, and just curious as to what that's been for you. You've met Diddy, I take it.
I have.
Okay. What was your interaction
I'm
like?
good on you.